This is not the end, she says. She's drenched in blood. You laugh and say, good God, are you crazy? We've had enough. What's going like broken glass in your ears? But against all odds it starts to make sad hands and you feel selfish and now together think of everything we could be. We could be friends.
Living out someone else's life when we didn't choose.
Time has a funny way of changing what's meant for you. And if we can learn it on, we'll all a little walk down all these things that we could be. She says, not too much. You gotta keep her head in the game right now when you lose that crush. And if we can learn from what we messed up last time, we'll know everything we could be. We could be friends. We could be.
Welcome, race fans from around the globe. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's 1 to go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to One to Go Studios coverage of the In2being LLC Developmental Series Championship race here at Indianapolis on the famous oval in the middle of Indiana. I'm Harold Darner, your lead announcer, producer, with my second-hand man, Ken Cushwa, the voice of One to Go Studios. Tonight, Ken, we're back. We're back on Facebook. We're back on YouTube. We're back at One to Go Studios headquarters, putting on a double division. That's right. We're going to be looking at trucks and ARCA cars running around this racetrack together.
Well, glad to be back. Glad that everybody's going to be joining us this evening. If Harold sounds like he is being an alien, he's been abducted from earlier today. So just hang in there with us. They will probably release him and no probing will happen. But I'm looking forward to this. Indianapolis is an awesome track. 2 different series. This ought to be a good time.
And our scoring monitors up there. Yellow is our truck series, and blue is the ARCA series. They are going for their championship. This is the one-time broadcast for their Sunday night developmental series. Should be a lot of fun tonight with these guys.
Yeah, big track, big group of vehicles that are going to be running out there right now, and we're in the middle of qualifying right now. Into being double trouble. I like it.
Yeah, the Double Trouble Developmental Series. And we're looking forward to picking up their triple threat on Friday night, starting their next season in January.
That'll be fun to watch as well. Those are the kind of things that it's different for those of us that are called a regular league race where you have one type of car. The fact that we're running 2 at the same time, that's pretty sweet. I did want to let you know that we are watching the chat as well. So if you're out there, you got something to say, we'll keep an eye out on you as well. There's a 19 in the Miller High Life. What a nice paint design that is, Stephen Wood.
Yeah, it's a really nice looking car, number 19 High Life. We're talking about throwbacks in the other series we were picking up earlier this week, and definitely different there.
Oh, absolutely. It did take us back to seeing that from earlier in the week, but nice sunny day at Indianapolis for us today during this race. That's always a good thing. Right now showing Jay Kraus at a 52.984 at the top, with McKinney, Jay McKinney followed in the 53.146. So
We also got the ARCA. Look at it, RC Cole. Did these guys not tell us they're doing throwbacks? I mean, come on.
I don't know, but I like that one a lot, because you know what I'm drinking right now? I'm drinking RC Cola.
Where's
That's
you got
beautiful.
your moon pie there too?
I don't have a moon pie, no.
I mean, ain't that the song, RC Cole and a moon pie?
Oh, absolutely. That's the combination you want to have is both an RC Cola and a moon pie.
You know, you got to love it. We got on Facebook, I see, drivers can also chime in about themselves. As Josh says, go Josh. All right. Got to like that.
Josh, I don't have the list of everybody right now. We're having a little rundown difficulty, but thank you so much for chiming in and for saying, because we will be keeping an eye on you. Patrick's going to take the RC car back out again. Jeffrey Ramsdell, I remember seeing that name before in the 97, going out to take his. That's what I love about the ARCA cars. They used to call them the Twisted Sisters. Remember in NASCAR, they call them Twisted Sisters when the back end would kind of be a little farther out in the front end.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I like it. You're not quite going straight, even though you're going straight.
Ryan chiming in on YouTube. I'm ready to race. All right. We like it when people are ready to race, ready to go.
I forgot to add an extra screen there, Ryan. My apologies. I'll try to get YouTube up here and running here in just a moment so I can kind of get an eye on that as well. I don't want anybody to think we're not paying attention to them.
We got just over 20 drivers scheduled in right now. But all but one. Keith Fonseca is the only driver has not taken to the track just yet.
All right.
There's Mr. Joshua Saucy.
Yep. Oh, Mr. Josh Saucy there. Ramsdale and Mr.
Another
Crane.
throwback. Look at that. Throwback Rainbow Warrior around the track.
Yeah, that's a good-looking car right there. We are indeed throwing back to some of the old paint schemes. I got to tell you, I love it, guys. Keep it up. Beautiful.
About 2.5 minutes left in qualifying for the in2being. And while we're checking those things out, let's jump over and take a look at the championship points. So right now for the in2being Double Trouble Dev Series, the championship standings in the ARCA, we've got 4 drivers going for the championship. The highest guy to finish in these 4 will take home the crown. That's David Gilbert, Michael Gitchell, Kevin Bernheimer, and Nathan Manwaring. That's the ARCA guys. And then the trucks, we got 4 drivers: Stephen Wood, Thomas Teagan, Matthew Wheeler, and Mike McNeil. And those are the 4 drivers that'll be in each division that is going to look for the championship based on their finishing positions tonight. So basically, instead of 400 points, you might as well just set them back to 0 because it's based on points done tonight and tonight only.
That's right, and that's going to lead to exciting racing, I would assume, because nobody's going to want to give up that chance to take the championship home. Looking forward to seeing who's going to come out on top, and certainly some of the familiar names that we called in races before. So this will be a good night.
Definitely looking at about 1:15 minutes left. And for those who are joining us the first time, this is a timed event, unusual for oval, we know, but it is a 75-minute race. And then once that turns to 0, the white flag will fly, and the next time they pass by will be green. Will be the checkered, I'm sorry. So basically, it's the road course timing system applied to oval racing, and also with the multiple divisions in the same race. So taking some from the road, bringing it to the ovals.
Interesting. All right. Well, sounds like a plan. Will be a different way to call. There's the RC car stop there on the track.
A nice wide angled shot of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Indianapolis, Indiana. Even got a golf course in it. That's how big this sucker is.
Yeah, I remember the big boys used to play it all the time. You see how the course carries over to the backside there on the other side of the track. So I think if I'm not mistaken, I believe they got rid of the links on the inside now, if I'm not mistaken. Don't know if the holes are still available or not.
That'd make it for a pretty good, interesting type thing. So, all right, we're going to get ready to check through the grid here. So here is your grid for tonight with the guys starting off here. I'm double checking my scoring system just to make sure. Yellow are trucks and blue is ARCA. So James Krause in the truck and Josh McKinney are going to be the front row. Then Taco Gortman and William Klingelbell will be in row 2 in their ARCA cars. Row 3 will be a split between Joshua Saucy in the 81 ARCA car and Kevin Gironi in the 08 truck. Matthew Wheeler and Jonathan Humphreys will be in row number 4, both in their trucks. And we got Jeffrey Ramsdale and David Gilbert, both in ARCA cars in row 5. Row 6 is Kevin Bernheimer in an ARCA and David Scott in the 31 in a truck. And there's a truck, Mike McNeil and Patrick Anderson in number 99, row 7. Row 8 is Michael Gitchell. He's in one of the ARCA cars, and Stephen Wood in the 16th position. He'll be in a truck tonight. And Nathan Mainwaring in the ARCA, Thomas Teagan truck, Brian Crocker truck, the 00 Brian Cruz, he's in a truck, Richard Crane in a ARCA, and Brian McCain, the 002 In the 22nd position, he'll be a truck in, and on the shotgun is Keith Fonseca in an ARCA car. And that is some. I got to learn how to do that, Ken. We haven't done this in a while.
It's been quite a while.
I'm like,
It's
man, this
definitely
is
been
like,
quite a while.
wow. Like trumping me up, man.
Well, I understand. That's okay.
But you know,
Sure,
these
yeah.
interesting though that these what would you would have thought that the slower vehicles are up front.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. But hey, look at that. It's going to be easy to find some of these guys. Look at the paint schemes we're looking at on these.
James has got a very interesting paint scheme on that thing. Like, don't miss me, I'm here. My wife often asks me all the time, she's like, can you miss me in this? And it's like, no ma'am. So here's our weather from Butt Kicker after the Double Trouble Championship race. You get the mostly cloudy skies, air temp 70, the track temp's 90, so a little bit on the hot side on the track. Relative humidity 61, and winds barely coming out of the west at 2 miles per hour.
Well, again, it looks like a good day for racing. Carol, I got to ask real quick, should I have a timing screen or am I in the wrong spot?
I will double tap that, make sure, but I thought we already had one. But I will check it
I'm
again.
not seeing one on mine. I should be doing the regular one that we do, right? One to go.
Yep, and I should have had it be there, but getting ready to go green here. All right, pace car off of turn number 1. He's in the pits. They're looking for the green flag from the starter. He's got it in the air.
Got his arm
Green
up,
flag
ready.
is we're off and racing.
And away we go.
Into
Clock is running.
That's right. 1 hour, 15 minutes. Here we go. Number 69, James Krause, up to the high side. Going to take over that number 1 position. Going into the backstretch off of turn number 2.
I'm going to have to wing this, Harold, because I don't have anything else other than that. So I'll just go by what I see up front. McKinney there, Klingbeil as well. So, sorry.
So across McKinney, Klingbeil, Gortman, and Saucy, your current leaders. Try to run this through here, but the trucks are numbered 1 and 2. And they're scoring there. You can see 1, 2, and 3. The ARCA cars right behind them. Then 3, 4, 5 in yellow. So yellow trucks, blue ARCA for tonight. 22 drivers here, 11 in each class. Multi-class racing. They're working that second lap on the backstretch here. Actually, I find the guys now. They're coming off of turn 3 here. Now I got it all messed up. There's one thing I didn't put up here, and I'll have to fix that. Get my track map up so I can better see where everybody is.
There I am. Welcome back.
Welcome back. That's right. Oh, coming off the backstretch here, we got these guys going around the track. Everybody all together, though, coming off of the 3-4. 69 continues to lead the way.
Now, on this track, will the ARCA cars be able to run fairly same speed as the trucks, or will that wear out? Well, you see one going around now, so
I think the ARCA cars are going to have the long distance than over the trucks for sure. But we'll
I
see.
got you.
We'll see how they challenge. I mean, this is a wide open racetrack. I mean, it's tends to get some really good speeds. But as you see, the ARCA cars starting to make their way around the trucks here, with the front being number 83 of William Klingbeil.
And Southsea's moving around into second place. Don't see any of our guys running for the championship up there right now. At least I'm looking through the names as far as well, I see Wheeler is actually there for the trucks running up high, but everybody else so far don't see him on the ARCA side there, Harold.
Yeah. All right, we got some people chiming in. Kayla McCarthy, Go Saucy, and Adam Benefield looking for Nate to win in the 56.
There you go. Thanks for chiming in there, guys, on the Facebook page. We certainly appreciate that.
You know, it's been a while since we've been on any of our channels, so, you know, we've been basically hosting events on the Aria iRacing Twitch page, so kind of been away from our system for a little while.
Yeah, it's been a difficult time being out and not going through all of this again, but a lot of the faces are still the same, so that makes life a little easy.
And you see there Mr. Kraus going down and trying to break up that draft for William Klingbeil. Kind of doing them IndyCar type movement of like, you
That's
can't
exactly
follow me.
right. That's exactly right.
Well, thanks so much there, Adam. We're glad to be back. I mean, we've covered 2 races for split decision and the triple threat earlier in the season, and we were asked to come back to cover the championship series, and it's our pleasure to do so. I mean, Ken Kushwa, and look at there's a pass for the overall lead. The 83 going low, the 69 high. Gripping right around the bottom. The 83 Whiskey River car just made his way right around the power move down on the bottom end.
He sure enough did. He's going to hold there for a while. I don't know if he's going to get him down the long straight. We'll see here on the backstretch. There you see the Saucy car coming in there as well in the 81. He's going to be a part of this here in just a moment. There you see him
Big
take
run.
the
Now he
overall
slides
lead.
up.
Yeah.
And
Got
Matt,
a couple of Nates in the 56.
yeah,
That's
I
pretty
know. Matt Kopp coming in for the 56. So looks like the fan favorite are rising early as the second ARCA car goes around the lead truck. In that throwback to the number 24 Jeff Gordon, the number 81 DuPont Chevrolet.
good looking paint scheme, as a matter of fact, since you mentioned that.
Yeah, I know. From your neck of the woods, right? Something like that.
He is, yeah. We might know him
color.
around here in the DuPont area. Yeah, exactly right.
Like nothing but DuPont up there by Ken. He's within the shadow of the Delaware River and the Delaware Memorial Bridge where the DuPont factory is. So like Exalta nowadays, I guess, but yeah.
It is. Well, I mean, they've changed. There's a lot of them that have been closed down. I got to meet Jeff Gordon several times when he was with DuPont. So they used to hold big events up there in downtown Wilmington. So it's good to see him. There you see trying to get a little, yeah. That was McKinney trying to make a little move. Don't know if he's trying to break the draft, maybe pull a little closer in, but he's trying to get around Kraus as well.
Here's one of our contenders for the ARCA series, Dave Gilbert, in that number 7 machine. He's currently in the 10th spot, 5th for the ARCA cars. That number 7 ride behind that RC Cole as they're starting to make their way up front.
Well, you see Kevin Bernheimer's now in the 28 has moved into 4th as far as the ARCAs are running, which puts him up in the championship lead right now, just in front of Dave Gilbert's. So that's going to be an interesting group to keep an eye on tonight, Harold.
Yeah, they're right there, kind of right one behind the other. Air Force tribute on the 7 machine. A lot of tight racing going on, making it hard for the cameraman. Is that number 48?
Yeah, the cameraman is going to be probably blind and or cross-eyed by the time this is all over. But that car almost looks like it's smiling at us there. Have you see him down the backstretch? I gotta know, what is that?
The
What
front
happened to
stretch
that
here.
paint scheme? Yeah, the front stretch here. He left it out in the parking lot, and somebody get it, spray painted that up. That's quite the scheme right there.
About the 08
Look at that.
graffiti look
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, that's what happens when you leave the car out in the middle of the parking lot in the middle of the night in the middle of New York City.
Nice long backstretch here for Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
It's funny when you say nice long, it sounds like you are actually, folks, again, he has not been abducted by aliens, but it may sound like that. There you see a couple cars diving down inside.
And working
That's a
sound
gaggle.
issues, so
Yeah.
working
You can
sound
switch
issues.
back to your old one. You can switch back to the old one. You'll be fine. Just
Yeah,
do it
yeah,
right in mid.
Sure, right in the
mid-sentence.
middle. Yeah, right in the mid sentence.
Right
That's
in the
right.
middle
yeah.
sentence. That's all right. Got a shot at the lead right here. The 81, Bill Klingbeil getting underneath of Jay Sousey, but Sousey says, "I don't think so." We do a little crossover.
Not quite the crossover. We'll see what happens in this corner as they're approaching turn 3.
Oh, he sucked right up on him, though, didn't he?
Yeah, 11 laps in here. And we're still over an hour left of racing to go.
Well, that car just slid right through that turn, didn't it? Backside, just come on around.
As you're saying,
Indianapolis always produces great racing.
you see there, and then the tight battle for 1-2 in the ARCA cars, and the tight battle 1-2 for the 1-2 and 3 now for the trucks.
Well, I see Mr. McKinney has gotten around, and he is now the leader, gotten around Mr. Krause, so that's interesting as well. By the way, YouTubers, if you're watching, I am now online for that chat as well, so reach out, say something. Chris Moody, I know who you are. I see you're watching tonight. Now this being a timed event, do we have an idea on strategy as far as fuel, tires, anything like that?
They're still going to have to get fuel and tires. Because it's a multi-division race or multi-class, I'm not getting all the information I normally would. Showing that the ARCA cars are just over a half a fuel cell, 55%.
Got a truck coming down the pit lane.
That would be our leader, wouldn't it be? Yeah. Josh McKinney.
Yeah.
So maybe they know something we don't at 13 laps.
Wow. Looks like Mr. Sousey has stretched his lead out a little bit here up front with Klingbeil right behind him. Again, in the throwback Jeff Gordon DuPont paint scheme. The other one's a Whiskey River, right?
Yep, Whiskey River.
Yeah. There ain't no throwback on that one. Well, Chris, I hope it's entertaining for you. And next time you see Harold, ask him how the aliens went.
Hey. So this is a little irritating. We've been working this audio bug for a
back
bit.
end on that one. I don't know who that was back in the orange car, but his back end almost touched the wall to see how solid the wall was. But I told you, man, just we got trucks coming down pit road. Well, it's clear they can't go a long distance because we haven't been at this very long.
About
I don't know the
13
lap
laps.
count. 13 laps, okay.
Yep.
I should get a ticker in my hand, a little clicker in my hand.
So it looks like the trucks have about 13, 14 laps of fuel in them before they got to come down and get servicing. Because all of them are in.
That's gonna clear up the track for the ARCA guys to just go driving around full board. I would assume they can go a lot farther than 13 laps, but I don't know what kind of fuel cell. Actually, there's nobody home. He's the only one out there. Jay Sousey Klingbeil went into the pit, so
Yep.
we are learning as we go along here, people.
And it looks like everybody's pitting now lap 15, so about a lap difference between the trucks and the ARCA cars, but I guess some of these guys are stretching it out, though.
So at this point, it looks like Scott is the leader in the trucks, in the 37 truck. And there you see Jay Salsi coming around. He's still out there running laps.
Now, 31 of David Scott is your leader currently in the 31 truck.
A 1?
That's a 1. It's one of them funny-looking ones, that's all. See,
I don't know
31.
what kind of one that is. I see it there, but I don't see it on my list.
31, yep.
Yes, that's a good-looking paint scheme, too.
And Josh McKinney just put up the fastest lap. Joshua Saucy now coming down.
There he comes. I was going to say, now it's time. You see the front end is farther over than the back end, which is what I love about that. And then Ramsdale coming in the pits as well, so...
Shot of David Gilbert there.
A little more. Yeah, stretched out a little bit longer, or a little bit farther.
The skeletons there in the top car. The skeleton pit crew. Figures he's got a skeleton crew, he might as well put him in the right uniform.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So there Kevin Bernheimer now the race leader, and he has yet to pit. He's at 16, and so is Keith Fonseca in the 61. Both cars have yet to pit.
And Mr. Bernheimer is one of the championship 4. Woo! How you doing? Back end swinging around on that one. And I don't think that's the first time we've seen Mr. Bernheimer's backside go out from behind him, because he did it earlier up in turn 3 and 4, I believe.
Mm-hmm. The high life passing on the high side. Go figure.
Well, where else would you pass if you're driving the high life?
Yeah, I said it's good about Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There's about 3 different lanes of passing on both corners, or both sets of corners, and the back stretch and the front stretch. So lots of areas to maneuver around. As an open wheel iRacer, I really love this racetrack.
Yeah, not gotten to experience this track yet using the wheel and the pedals that you gave me, so I'm looking forward to taking a few laps around here. But there you saw Bill Klingbill, William Klingbill putting out the fastest lap.
All right, Kevin Bernheimer in now, so that would leave the lead, overall lead to Keith Fonseca in the 61. He did not qualify, so he started all the way in the back at the 22nd position, running that Army car there, and that old throwback, basically, with the only black with just the shield on the top.
Well, he's running definitely a different time than Jay Salsi is coming at. He looks like he's chopping down pretty quickly on the speeds. So I'm not surprised that. I'd be surprised if he stays out much longer. He's going to have to come in soon. He's going to give up too much time.
We'll see how that 61 goes this time by. And as he being in the lead there. Now, Joshua Saucy, who's 20 seconds behind him, has already pitted. So once he gets down to green flag pit stops, it's going to put Joshua Saucy back in the lead. So let's check in with the front 3 for the trucks. Here we got Joshua McKinney leading the way in that number 11 ride.
And Matthew Wheeler is 5 seconds behind him in that.
And that's that truck, that number 21 truck. And right behind him was James Krause, who's the one that we talked about with that very bright fluorescent paint scheme that we're not going to be able to we're not be able to miss that tonight.
Now, if the sun blows up halfway through the race, we're still going to be able to see him going around the track. So, and he's right on the bumper of Matthew Wheeler. And the only reason I remember his name is because I've seen it enough times. And Matthew Wheeler is one of the top 4 as well. And so if he's in that position, second place, that's going to put him in the lead as far as the truck championship goes right now. So it's kind of fluid tonight. You see him coming and going, Harold.
There he goes, the 61 coming down.
Yeah. Fonseca coming down now. Puts the Salsi Mobile back in the lead. Well, for now, until he can, once he catches around, it's still Fonseca until he comes down the front stretch here.
He'll be changing the lead here as he crosses the line. Right there, now we have a new leader.
There you go. See how quickly that happens, ladies and gentlemen? It's a beautiful thing.
Saucy and Klingbeil.
Now, again, if you notice, they're a little of the Twisted Sister on those cars. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, YouTube needs to get their chats cleaned up. They got all kinds of nasty stuff on there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I did not put my other computer out, so I can't kick them at the moment. I saw that as well.
Mm-hmm. That is not Harold and I doing that, ladies and gentlemen.
That's it's the one issue of having an open lobby that it happens. So, of an open broadcast channel.
So my buddy Chris says he's gonna have to come over and try it. Oh, you're more than welcome to try it. I've got, what do I have, Harold? I have an ARCA car, a truck car, and then a Sprint Cup or Xfinity, not Xfinity, a Sprint Cup car. So
well, we're talking about next Friday night, the 17th. We've been invited to handle for REI Racing is going to do a charity event for the disaster in Kentucky. Be dirt racing at USA with the dirt street stocks, and those both are free tracks and a free car. So you have both of those too.
That'll be fun. That's something that'll be really cool. I can't drive them, but it'll be fun. I should practice. I should practice crashing is what I should do.
Definitely a lot different than racing these, Ken. I could tell you that much. But
oh, I'm sure.
Slip slide in a way is the best way to describe them. But they're street stocks, so they don't slide as much as the true dirt cars do. But it is a different way of racing. It's USA International Speedway with dirt thrown on it, which is something they did here in iRacing. I don't believe that is the way it is in the real life conditions. But it was the first track that they basically gave dirt to. So we can get around it and so we can get dirty, I guess. And a little interesting. I thought it was funny that Bristol actually did it in real life, covered an asphalt track with dirt.
Cool.
So
yeah, that's pretty cool. I was kind of excited for that race, and I enjoyed it. I know a lot of people didn't, but whatever, don't get over it. I enjoyed it.
Look at this tight little group here. That's Jonathan Humphreys in the truck, the 97 of Jeffrey Ramsdale, Nathan Manwaring, and Michael Gitchell, all in this little group here.
Now, Michael Gitchell and Nathan Manwaring, they need to get a move on because they are in the championship run right now. So they're tight together.
Ooh, look at that. I was almost thinking, it sure looked like Patrick had damage on that car. Yep, he sure does.
He sure enough does. He's peeled his RC can open.
Yeah, the whole right side. That's a lot of damage.
That is definitely not a pop top.
Now, they do have fast repairs. So far, William Klingbeil has used one of his, as well as Taco Gortman. Both drivers have used one of their two fast repairs. For those who normally listen to us on our other series, this series has two extra cars basically sitting in pit lane that once they stop at pit lane, they can actually tell the iRacing they would like their new car, and all that damage will go away. But they can only do it twice, and then they'll be stuck with what they have.
Feeling that if I was behind the wheel, I'd get rid of my two pretty quickly. I'm assuming. I don't know about Indy. Indy, I might be okay for a little while, but I would be doing it now. And I want to go back real quick because you mentioned a name, Harold, that I didn't get to talk about. It's a name that we called earlier, Taco Gortman. That's right. I just long to call that name out again, and I get to say it all over again. So Taco Gortman, shout out to you, my friend, as you're driving around today.
And look what's on the front hood of that car.
Of course, that's what's on the front of the car. I love it. Love that scheme. That's fantastic. And on the back bumper.
Taco Lover Racing, TLR. All right, there we go. So Taco currently all the way back in 11th in his division, 22nd on the field. A lap down.
You see the ARCA car, another ARCA car going around the trucks. Now, this seems interesting to me because I'm not sure why. I'd have thought that the trucks might have had more horsepower, more speed. So what evens them out, or what causes the ARCA cars to run faster than the trucks?
I believe the ARCA cars, just their weight, they have more grip and downforce than the trucks do. The trucks are heavier, harder to control, so they're not going to be able to hold to the track. As you see, the ARCA cars take that low line better around through the corners. You see the trucks kind of sliding more up to the middle and high side.
Right.
I haven't really worked either of these cars lately, but that would be the way I'm seeing it right now. I think the ARCA cars just have a better handle on things.
I got you. Okay. Well, that makes good sense. I'm going to log in and see if I can't get the timing that's going through the iRacing. Assuming I can remember my password.
So right now, looking at our drivers, trying to look at the ARCA side, see who our top driver is right now. So David Gilbert currently, looking for Mr. Gilbert here. Currently in the 10th spot, Michael Gitchell. Let's see where Michael's at. Currently, I'm looking at him in the 48. He's in the 7th position. Bernheimer is in the 3rd. He's 3rd.
Yep.
And Nathan Manwaring is it. So right now, this is your points leader for the title hunt. The number 28 of Kevin Bernheimer, currently in the top 3 ARCA. And then your leader right now is the 81 of Saucy. And then we have, we got for the trucks, we've got Wood, who's currently in 6th, Teagan, who's currently in 5th, Wheeler, currently in 2nd, and McNeil. Trying to see if I see McNeil. And McNeil is in 11th. So this truck, the number 21, leading the way for the championship hunt, currently is 2nd at this point, right at the moment. So McNeil and Bernheimer are currently leading the championship points as of the way we're running right now, with a caution on the racetrack at 49 minutes remaining.
All right. Our first caution. Hey, Harold, let me ask you this question while we're doing the caution real quick. Is there a link that you can send me to see if I can click on it again? And we're going to the official replay here to find out what happened.
That's for the timing and scoring, that's the only one I've got. So I can try to restart it and see if that helps any. Looking here, trying to find out, this is Kevin Garoni, which showed as having some incident here we're trying to catch up to. As we see everybody going on pit lane at this point.
Well, I would imagine so. They've run for quite a while now.
Oh, right into
Well,
the
he met
wall.
the wall.
And
Yep. Then he came down. Then he decided to try to hold it again. Well, that wouldn't have caused it, I don't think.
no, it was a thrown caution flag, but so I'm not sure. I'm not getting anything from race control, but first caution is out. So we'll go with that.
All right. No need to argue with that.
So just shy of a half an hour done with Josh Saucy leading the way off of pit lane for the ARCA series, and the number 21 of Wheeler leading the way for the trucks off of pit lane.
All right. '21. Mr. Wheeler. So Mr. Wheeler is the one that needs to be out in front at this point. As far as the trucks go, that's for sure.
Bernheimer's still the top championship
Yep.
contender for ARCA, currently in that third position, 6th overall.
And he's got Ramsdale in between him and Manwaring, so that's not a bad thing for him either. Keep him in front. Keep Manwaring out of his hair. Keep Ramsdale in the middle of him. He'll be looking good when the flag finally drops as well. Yeah, I give up on the timing and scoring. I'm gonna wing it, folks, which I'm pretty good at. So.
I can try one more thing for you again. I'll try to help out with that.
Well, unless you have just a direct link.
How is your view tonight?
Well, the view is fantastic, actually. Not had any hiccups as far as the picture goes. I can see everything really well. I'm old and nearly blind, but other than that, I can see everything perfectly fine. So, enjoying the fact that we've got multiple cars out on the track at this time, and interesting stuff. I think I'll drop out of YouTube for the moment. I got my Facebook feed up so I can see who's in and out there. And tell me how you're linking it to me so I know.
Put it in your Discord there, sir.
He did put in my Discord, ladies and gentlemen.
Every once in a while, I get it right. All right.
Here we go. Miss America.
All right, so you got something now. So, all right, so 45 minutes remaining in here. We've got the top two of Saucy and Klingbeil with 3 trucks behind them. I like that orange metallic. Looks like I'm trying to find out what's going on.
Cameraman went between the middle pile.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to figure out what the 81 was doing, and here he comes down pit lane. So giving up the lead is Saucy.
Yep. Wonder if he's doing a fuel.
And maybe he's did a calculation. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the only thing that really
makes any sense.
Makes a little bit of sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But thank you very much for the timing and scoring. It looks fantastic.
And they're saying that ARCA battle starting to pick up now.
Sure is. Now, because you got Bernheimer sitting behind Gitchell and Manwang are now on Mr. Bernheimer's backside, so that should make for an interesting time. This start will be pretty crazy too, with a truck on the inside and an ARCA car on the outside.
Yep.
See, Josh McKinney has brought his very quiet-looking automobile up there, so that's good. Their color schemes on all of them are pretty. I mean, you can't miss him either in that purple, black, and white.
Yeah, different colors. Lots of different colors on these guys throughout the race. So getting ready to go back green. The pace car lights are off. We're at 42.5 here.
Man, dude, that's what I love about that. They pull away like they're on fire. Matthew Wheeler's leaving nothing to chance. He's going to go ahead and jump out there right away. He dives down into turn 1. Mr. Kraus in the 69, lighting up the world in that rainbow color. There's a great view. Keith Fonseca bringing up the rear there in the 61. Oh, I get to hear the trucks right now. All right, there we go. That's a change. I get excited about little things like that. You're right, Adam. It is indeed going to be one to watch. Speaking of which, Bernheimer and Ramsdale, Kevin got a little distance again between them, so that's good.
We got one ARCA car in between the three of these trucks fighting. We got
Williams been up there the whole time, so it's not surprising that he's still there. The question is, does he reel him back in like he did before?
Yeah, currently we have everyone back on the lead lap, all 22 racers, 11 in each class, with Wheeler leading the way in the number 21 truck, that Ford leading the way over Kraus at the 69. Then we get back to the first ARCA car, the number 83 of Klingbeil. And, man, he's got that whiskey river going all over the place. Ooh, tagged the wall. Like
Mr. Ramsdale has found the wall. Is that not correct?
It was somebody definitely hit that wall pretty hard. It might have been Bernheimer in the 28.
Oh, no, I hope not.
It
Yeah,
was Bernheimer,
it was.
and it was pretty hard hit, too. Pretty big lick there to that car. Slided way up there. We saw it come off the corner.
And he is one of the championship drivers, so he may have to use that little switch, get himself a new automobile.
Look at the ARCA car taking the challenge to the low side with a little bit of help of a truck on the backside.
Klingbeil's not surprising he's going to go back out there, but you're right, number 11 pushing right along. McKinney on the backside.
Ooh, a little bit of getting awful close. 11 and 21, close quarters there. Paper between the two of them.
That's exactly right. That's some tight racing right there.
He asked, "Do you want a stick of gum?"
Yeah. No, thank you. But if you have an extra sheet, I'll take that.
Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Yeah. He could have handed the Poupon out on that one. Because guess what? He was probably Pouponing when he did it. So,
so right
it may
back.
not be great, ladies and gentlemen, but it's gonna smell.
Under 40 minutes now, just a little. So, trying to remember how we got an hour and 15 minutes, 35 minutes. So, what was that? About 40 minutes. So it's right about coming up on halfway here.
There we see the RC car popping out, and in his newer version can, because the first can got damaged.
Yep.
But again, it puts Kevin Bernheimer in a tough spot because he's got to hang on in a busted car until he can get another chance to get down there and get a new one.
Look at
and
all
they're not
those-
going to let him go.
Look at all that string of trucks and cars all together. We are past the halfway mark. So let's try to see if we can get a rundown here really quick while we're under green flag conditions. Currently, we're looking at your race leader overall and also the ARCA leader, Kevin Klingbeil, or William Klingbeil.
William Klingbeil. Yep.
And there we go. Looking for my buttons.
Yeah.
And there, so we have William Klingbeil leading the ARCA series, and behind them is Joshua McKinley, number 11 car. Nice little ride there. I like that pink.
I like it.
Or that pinkish or fluorescent pink with the black. And number 11, he's in the second spot. James Krause holding that second position for the trucks. The third is Matthew Wheeler, who we talked to him as one of the contenders for the overall championship. Jeffrey Ramsdale, the number 97, kind of like a mishmash of a few different paint schemes in this one. But that's number 97. Jonathan Humphreys, number 4 truck. Kind of one sponsor, kind of almost that white look of an unsponsored car. Patrick Anderson and the RC Cola, that old little kickback of the RC Cola and the moon pie there.
I'm still drinking my RC, so I'm loving it.
And Michael Gitchell, that 48. That's the Fred's Fab and Fold there. And Seen that paint scheme before. It's like a particled red and black on the front there. Thomas and Teagan, 13 Camping World truck that's behind in that Ford. He's currently in the 5th spot among the trucks. And rolling out the total of top 10 here is Nathan Mann wearing the 56, that fluorescent green and black. The Fuquay Chrysler. Wonder if that's from North Carolina. So, because there's actually a city called Fuquay Varina in North Carolina.
No idea,
so
but the man's got Mopar stickers on it, Jeep stickers, and he's driving a Chevy.
Just
so
about
help me out
everything.
with that one. Not sure how that works, but congratulations on getting every automobile you can.
Get them all together.
That's it.
We get a chance to talk to him later. We'll have to ask him about that. 83 still leading the way up front.
So from everything I'm seeing now with Bernheimer, 44 seconds, I'm assuming he went down to get a fix and to move on because he's showing 1 on his stint. That means he is going to have to do an awful lot of makeup in the next 35 minutes.
Okay. This is Michael Gitchell, currently the front runner for the ARCA guys, currently running for the championship here in that number 48 G ride.
And right behind him is Michael Manwaring. So
Those are the 2 right there, and then David Gilbert's all the way back here in the 15th overall spot.
in the Air Force design, I noticed a lot of DuPonts on there.
And then
on some of these
Bernheimer.
cars.
Yep.
Yeah, they couldn't figure it out. There you go. Now he'll start ripping off some laps. I would imagine he'll make up time, but not that much time. If you need a drink, there goes the Miller truck.
But right now, and also the number 21 still being, number 99 sliding around there. Almost like he's trying to go down pit lane and decided not to go. But your leader right now in the trucks is the number 21, Matthew Wheeler.
My guess is that he dropped his moon pie mid-turn. And that's what happened, Harold.
What had happened was...
Yeah, what happened was my moon pie fell out of my RC Cola.
So 35 minutes remaining. Got a couple guys on pit lane right now. Looks like Humphreys, Gironi, Teagan.
So Ryan Cruz, I think, dropped down there as well. Is that correct?
I'm seeing a couple, but only the 3 right now.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
There you see a couple more. Matthew Wheeler just dropping off.
yep, see, that's what that RC Cola was trying to make it down there, but wasn't able to, and brought it back up onto the racetrack.
Yeah, because he didn't want to take the cone out, that's for sure. There's a truck coming in hot.
So more green
Now, this
flag
is
pit
not
stops going.
This is not surprising for Klingbeil because he's been out here running longer laps than everybody else anyway. So not surprised to see him go around.
Well, this is a very large racetrack, so 2.5 miles all the way around this quad oval. Very special track. One of the oldest super speedways in existence, known worldwide. It has the 90-degree corners. Nothing like it anywhere.
Here it comes. Diving into the pits. The leader comes in now.
There's McKinney, the number 11 ride, inheriting the lead here. The overall lead.
Yep, taking the overall lead, exactly. Now it's getting interesting as far as the ARCA cars go. Currently showing Manwaring now as the number 1 car as far as the championship goes. And it looks like he's not going to have David Gilbert is a little bit behind him there, so by about 4 seconds. Now he has not pitted as of yet. Neither has Manwaring, so I would wonder how hard it would be to time out your pit stops or your runs when you're on a clock versus when you're that's McKinney coming in, right? Yep.
And basically, you got to figure out time and back it up. Just say we're gonna pit, like, we normally would talk about pitting it every 15 laps. They would basically say, like, we're gonna pit every 20 minutes or 12 minutes.
I mean, we do have a lap count going, but I mean, of course, they're not seeing that. They're seeing it as
the drivers actually have an estimate of how many laps are remaining.
Okay.
At their disposal. So, and they're being told how many laps they're on. A little bit. Their system is a little bit different. Not a lot different, but a little bit.
Ramsdale and Saucy still are pretty much have not pitted yet. Gilbert's not. Paco Gortman has not. So
number 69 just posting the fastest lap of the race in that truck.
He's blinded everybody else. That's why.
Number 11 coming onto the racetrack. It looks like he just blinked out there onto the back stretch.
Ramsdale still driving that. I'm not sure what paint scheme I want it to be, but it's here. Car. And of course the DuPont colors. I would assume they have access to the same kind of paint schemes and choices that all of us have. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, this iRacing uses the, basically the templates, and then they're through trading paints, and everybody has the same.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's throughout the entire service of iRacing.
Interesting to see how much longer these ARCA cars are running. A lot of those trucks are down in the middle of the pack now. If you look at the timing and scoring, there you see Saucy coming underneath Ramsdale off of that turn.
As I say, I think they have a lot better setup for them to take advantage of more of the racetrack, where the trucks, the truck just doesn't want to turn as well as the cars do, which was why fresh tires in the truck's such more of an advantage, as the number 11 of Joshua McKinley just gets up to the top fastest race of the race here, currently in the second spot amongst the trucks.
They ran at 52.858 versus those guys up front hitting, and the cars running 55.404s and 56. So, Ramsdale says, "I'm coming back around. Thank you very much."
Thanks for holding my spot.
Exactly right. I'm just gonna thanks for showing me which way not to go. I'll pull back around, and he should be able to clear him coming off this turn. But he says nay on the outside in the 81. Oh. Was that a little, hey, get out of my way?
Could possibly be.
Ramsdale's going to dive down short. Saucy on the outside, feeling saucy. Oh, he went way high. And Mr. Saucy is no longer. That's right. He went high enough that somebody could have touched him. So Mr. Ramsdale doesn't have anything to worry about at the very moment. The DuPont car, however, will need a new body here just shortly. And since he hasn't pitted yet, I would assume that'll be happening very soon. So looking at the championship, Mr. Gilbert is now in the lead for that because he has not pitted as of yet, and that puts him in a third position. Highest among our championship drivers.
And just to talk about our race sponsor, in2being LLC, I just jumped over to their website, and they're talking about their a slider on the number 97 there.
Yes, indeed.
These guys are a seasoned startup with industry veterans, and they're looking at helping you with early stage med tech innovations to established device companies performing product line updates, and they understand the medical device development process. So these guys are talking about medical device development, actually setting up and creating new devices to take care of our medical necessities. So check out in2being LLC and check out what they're doing. And thanks for them for sponsoring the in2being LLC double trouble, right? Is what we said. Yeah, double trouble.
That's right.
Championship series or championship week here at the championship race here in Indianapolis.
I really like the front end of the 81 right now. I think it's a beautiful bump right on that right side. As you can see, DuPont is much easier to read now as he comes around the corner, and that's all just to help you out to know what's happening. Taco Gortman wants to put Mr. Gilbert behind him, and that's a pretty close race. They have not pitted as of yet, so this is, of course, for position.
Well, Gilbert is actually putting himself in the top spot for the championship race, so
that's right.
He's right where he wants to be. You know, he doesn't need to take the checkered flag to get the overall trophy.
Yes, but Taco's going to deliver a little hot sauce and try to get around him here real quick. So, and it won't matter because Gilbert will still be the highest rank. Here we have the gaggle of I'm not sure what's going on, but we're just going to watch him for a moment. There you see the RC car.
21 getting around, moving people there, but it looked like Chase Gross, the number 90, or the 69 was up into the wall a little earlier. Some sparks flying off that truck.
Well, if you're going to do it right. Spark it up. Patrick Anderson is in the RC car. There you go. Now, he's got Kevin Bernheimer coming with him. Bernheimer going around. Apparently, Kevin did not want to take on a new body. He still has the I've popped the can.
He hasn't pitted yet, so I would assume that he would take the new vehicle on the next green flag pit stop. So, 12 laps ago.
A long time ago. Yeah, and I thought he would take a new car there, but I guess he didn't. He just took tires and all.
It's showing he's taken one, so he's only got one left. So.
Oh, so you're saying he's found the wall again? Okay, good enough.
Good possibility.
Okay. Yeah.
Whoa! Look at that. There's 00 coming up on the 97. Up in a hurry.
Yeah. So you're not going to pit. You are going to pit.
Yellow flag is out.
That is why you're not pitting. All right, Mr. Cruz. Good job there.
So that was thrown by the race officials. So there could be some kind of staging going on that we weren't given information on. It could be possible just competition cautions of some sort. But needless to say, we have race control putting us back under yellow, so I don't have anything to show us. At least I don't have any reports showing anything on the track.
Well, I would just like to say that last swallow was sponsored by RC Cola. RC Cola. If you have a moon pie, you need an RC Cola. I can't believe I'm out. And I can't get to the fridge. I think I'm going to have to switch to Monster, Harold.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Thankfully, I have a fridge right to the left of me because when I'm calling races, I can't be dry. So Mr. Ramsdell in the I can't believe it's not a paint scheme is currently in the lead. Where did Mr. Saucy go?
We're at the 81, a little bit further back here.
Oh, there he is. There he is. He's got the open can concept going on as well. That's good. David Gilbert. Oh, here they all come, loving one another into the pit lane. Now, the nice thing about Indy's pit lane, it's wide.
Whoa,
once you get in.
That's 61. Except
when you're him. Oh, no, we didn't need that cone. Just knock it around a little bit. Excuse me, coming through. Pardon me. There you go. That's where the cone belongs. Out onto the track. I was about to say, once you get past that opening, it's fairly wide, but clearly they're going to do whatever they can to make me sound stupid or look stupid, which isn't hard to do, folks, if you know me well. And anybody who is concerned about the harm of a cone, it is okay. It has been replaced by another cone. So no cones were harmed in the making of this race. Ramsdell in and out. Thank you very much. Check, please, table 4. Just Saucy's coming out as well. These ARCA guys are just clicking them off. I hope they can't get damaged on pit lane.
Yes, they can.
They can.
Oh, right. Yes, they can.
Wow.
The only part you're safe is behind that thick white line to the right where the pit stalls are. Everything else is fair game. But now if you release from there over the line into another car, it will kind of like protect both the cars until they separate. But no, the racing part of the pit lane is fair game, and you can take damage. I've been jacked up more than one time in pit lane.
He's referring to driving, people. He's referring to driving.
Jacked up as in jacked. 2-stage brakes for this event. Okay, got it. Thank you, Adam, for letting us know.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Adam. We appreciate it. Remember, we're winging this, my friend.
Yep. This is our first coverage here of the Into Being Double Trouble series. So thanks to the fans for helping us out. I'll have to get David to make sure that I know all the rules before we start calling races again for the split decision triple threat.
And that's assuming the aliens are going to let you go before before the next one.
I'm thinking it just adds character to my voice.
Oh, it does add character. I'm absolutely 100% with you on that. I hear you enough every week that this is a nice change. It's a nice change.
Wow.
And anybody else may just think you have a cold and they're going to send you like some flowers in a box of tissues. So, hey, benefits all the way around.
Just keep your tissues in your soup and whatever and flowers, and send me money or like real food, like, I don't know, Snickers and popcorn and stuff, you know.
Yeah, we are looking for anybody that would like to sponsor us, aka RC Cola and or Moon Pies. Both of us would be happy to take advantage of those. I thought I gave a wonderful commercial for the RC Cola. So if you're listening to us, I'm available. Cases, cans, however you want to send them, perfectly fine by me. I don't know if Harold, do you drink RC Cola? Have you had one before?
I've had plenty of RC Colas in my time, and one of our friends, another pastor friend of ours, John Coleman, he started a mission field / soda stand that only does the bottles. Is sans cans, he told me. No cans. And nothing other than soda. Like, I mean, and from everywhere. Like, he has soda from Dubai and Mexico, the Bahamas. I mean, all kinds of different things.
The ones out of Mexico is you're guaranteed a sugar content you ain't going to get nowhere else. Well, let me tell you.
And matter of fact, Angel chose an A&W bottle, and Lori had something that they said tasted like the milk after you've had a bowl of Fruit Loops, if you remember how that tasted.
Ah, boy, do I ever.
And
yeah, that's so.
And
good.
I had a bottle of green apple that tasted like a Jolly Rancher, and I'm telling you, that was some sweet stuff. I'm not.
Oh, I would imagine so. Your teeth fall out just as you're drinking it.
It was great though.
A lot of people diving down into the pit lanes, I would assume, because I like to assume they're fueling up.
Trying to make sure they have fuel as much fuel as they can get in there. Yeah.
Yep, trying to make a run to the end. That sun is a little bright on that stretch right there. We need to work on that. I didn't bring my sunglasses there we go. We're good now. But it's shiny in Indianapolis.
But Indianapolis, the time of day that we're currently racing in is just before 6 o'clock in May. So it would be still kind of bright at this point in that time of year. It's coming up on summertime.
Absolutely. That's why half people are naked. I mean, no shirted. I mean, well, there's something going on.
There are people coming out to their clothes.
That's right. Man, it's hot. It's hot as all get out of here. All right. Well, we haven't seen any major wrecks, which is awesome. As I said, Bernheimer has decided he's going to drive the open can. He's not going to get another new car. So that's boldness right there. Boldness.
Shows that Bernheimer took his last fast repair, so he's got what he's got.
Well, what on earth is that?
It looks to me that the paint scheme is dirty, because that's a new car.
He's a dirty girl. Okay, I got you.
Because I don't see any damage on that car.
All right, that's good. And he pulls away like his house is on fire.
And Taco Gorman, I didn't notice this. He's showing the 16 on his car. He's the 17 on scoring.
It's okay. As long as we can see the tacos, we know who it is.
Yeah, we know who it is.
Yep.
So this is going to be it to the end, according to Mr. Benefiel. And the 61 getting up on the racetrack just now.
Well, I have no intention
That's
of
Mr.
arguing with
Fonseca.
Adam Benefield right now. So.
Whoa!
But no, he was
Fonseca
gonna get on
around.
the track. Yeah, he was going to get on the track, but now he's going to go down low and
He's trying to stay out the way.
Yep, stay out of the way. That's
Say,
good.
get out the way, get out the way.
Again, Humphrey's taking advantage of the good tire. Mary had little lamp tires on his truck to kind of jump out there, but as we all know, Mr. Ramsdale will be pulling him in tightly. Kevin Bernheimer, he's decided, I'm going to win this, and I'm going to take the championship winning it. So good for you, Kevin, on the inside of Jeffrey Ramsdale now. So good to call names we used to call before. I like it.
You know, and you picked on Jamie there from Progressive, you know, about all his warm-ups, didn't you?
I did. Well, you know, what are you going to do?
Maybe you should call him up and say, I need some of them warm-ups.
Right? So it's not evened out yet. Mr. Humphreys is running out in the truck and just pulling away. And he's not in the championship run right now, so.
Yeah, that's whoa, now he found the wall.
Hi. See, he's so good at finding the wall. I mean,
But
he's just done
that's
it so many times.
I'm impressed with this Cooter's paint scheme because that's actually in the paint.
Ah, well, that bump in the back isn't in the paint.
No,
it is
but
now,
but the rest of it, I was like, that's, you know, because that's what messed me up. But I was like, you know, that car's got a lot of damage. And
is that Cooters from the Dukes of Hazzard Cooters?
not sure.
I don't know. I mean, that's the
The
only
big
Cooter
star
I
on
know.
that sucker. We'll have to ask him when we see him.
Hey, Chris Moody, is that right? That's the only Cooters we know is the one from Dukes of Hazzard, right? I'll wait for Chris to answer if he's still watching.
So there's Wheeler, the number 21, leading
And
the.
you see the first truck?
Yep. That's your championship leader right at the moment for the truck series. And Bernheimer for the ARCA cars, currently leading in both places now. Yeah. And Moody says, yep, that's it.
Yep. Cooters.
Go get
See,
him. Get him, Flash.
We know our Dukes of
Caution
Hazzard
is
stolen, Chris.
out.
Oh my! Now what happened? Cooter got loose. Somebody's Cooter got loose. Whoa! Hey, how you doing? Merry Christmas. That looked like it hurt. Oh! Please take me back to that one. Okay, goes inside. Yikes! And away! Lawn mowing brought to you by the number 19 truck of Stephen Wood.
Oh, it looked like the number 11 got loose. The 78 collected him, and then collected the 19 as well. Wow.
So, if you ever wondered what a washing machine looked like in the shape of a truck, there it was. Wow, what a hit. So we're saying what now again? Did he just slow down and the guy just powered through him, or what happened? I
I'm
don't.
trying to find it here. I believe he hits the wall, so let's check this out. 11 up here by the 00. We're on replay right now, ladies and gentlemen, trying to find out where they start. Oh, there's a contact into
yeah,
the wall.
no.
And now he's trying to gather it up here on the backstretch. He's slow. He hits the wall again.
Hits the wall again.
And wow, he's just trying to save that
He's
thing.
doing. Yep.
And everybody
And
else
then
does pretty good getting around him as he comes down.
Yep.
And 78's like, where are you coming from, man? Oh, and another one hits him.
Yep. So the 11 found the wall multiple times. The 19 of Stephen Wood cut some grass, and then the 78 turned into a human washing machine.
Wow. So
You know
Humphrey
what? I
staying
said
out.
we didn't see any crashes, so there we have it.
They said sun must be setting over here in turn number 4. See, number 28. He's currently your race leader for and championship points leader for the ARCA truck or ARCA cars. And Bernheimer does not have any more fast repairs, but I'm sure he's coming down for fuel and maybe tires. Looks like everybody is.
Probably.
I didn't see anybody stay out. Looks like this entire group's coming down.
Yep.
Nobody's going to chance it with about 12 minutes left. So we'll get racing about maybe 10 minutes remaining.
And they have unlimited tires, I would assume, right?
That is what I'm seeing, yeah.
Okay. That's good.
So about 10 more minutes to race this thing, and we'll see how this comes off of pit lane. Couple guys down a lap, the 78 and the number 11, who are both in that, right?
Running off there right now, isn't it?
Yep. As everybody comes racing off of pit lane.
He got a new truck.
Leader here, Jonathan Humphreys, the overall race leader, number 4. No incidents and has 2 trucks waiting for him that he hasn't even touched. So, in a really good position.
Not a lot of incident points tonight, although Mr. Bernheimer's found a few and Thomas Teagan's found a few. But when you get down to the lower guys, Kraus, Fonseca found the wall on the way into the pits. And then the last 3 guys, Stephen Wood, McKinney, and Mike McNeil, they were all a part of the Love Fest on the backside. So the Miller High Life looks back together. The can has been undented. Now they won't do a wave around, right? Because they all came into the pit, so they are a lap down. They'll be a lap down, correct?
The 6th, that was up to race control. What they're going to do as far as wave rounds. The 61 is actually on the tail end of the lead lap, trapped behind the pace car, so he'll be released once they go to 1 to go.
Yep.
See, Wood, McKinney, and McNeil. All trucks
they're all 1 lap
are
down.
showing a lap down, so we'll see what race control does.
Wow, Fonseca drove through the pace car. That was magic.
Pace car doesn't count. He's like a true. He's a true referee. He's not even. He's part of the field.
So we get back, and Mr. Salsi came off the lead in the ARCA cars. Again, like you said, Jonathan Humphreys in the truck. Humphreys not running for the championship, neither is Salsi, but right behind Salsi, Mr. Kevin Bernheimer, who is indeed the first car in that group. Now, Gitzel's not far behind here this time around.
And Manwaring.
Manwaring's in the 7th spot as well.
And Gilbert.
So this could get hairy in a moment.
Yeah, they're
Not
all up
as
there.
hairy.
Now Wheeler is like the only truck that's up there,
Yeah,
he's up in top position for the time being for the championship points in the 2nd in his division. So
closest guy to him is Thomas Teagan in the 13 truck down in 11th place. So it's quite a distance between the two.
pace car's lights are off. We have probably about just under 8.5 left to race. Laps are running just under a minute, so we got about 10 to go here.
All right.
Or we're under 10 to go, I should say.
Tighten up them belt strings, people. Let's get ready to rumble. Pace car will dip off like a house on fire. And away he goes. Hold it, wait for it. There he goes. There, green flag racing. Great shot. 4 truck jumps out like he did before. Ramsdale put himself between him, Salsi, and Bernheimer, so that's interesting. And Gitchell is on the move now in 4th. So let's see if he can catch up to Bernheimer now that he's sitting there. Bernheimer's going to try to put a little bit of gap between them. This is Kevin's favorite place to find the wall. as you can see by some of the marks left. But
I'm just gonna push it back a couple inches, so when I get out there, I won't have to worry about it.
oh, okay.
I appreciate it. Shout out to Kevin for helping me out, because I like it like 2 more inches. All I'm asking for.
Oh, don't worry, he might find it. Gitchel's getting closer all of a sudden. Whee! See, he was close.
See, that sun has definitely picked up in the turns 4.
It sure has.
And as I told you before, you usually haven't experienced completely this in iRacing. When the sun does that, it starts to bake the track in that area. So that area of the track gets hot, and the rest of the track can be cooler. So you lose grip where you once had it.
Just a FYI, Mr. Teagan has caught Mr. Wheeler, and those two are nose to tail in the truck. So championship is right there for the trucks as well. He's going to be stout in that Guinness truck. Get it?
Yeah.
Now,
There he goes. He's going down.
On the inside.
Looking for.
If he's going down, Harold, he's had too many Guinness. That's the problem.
Going down.
Going down. Still fighting on the inside. I don't know if he can get around him. Those other cars.
Whoa, look at that side by side. He sees the Whiskey River and he goes, hey, alcohol sticks together.
That's exactly
He's
right.
looking for his own shooter.
There you go. Well, he's got a glass in between him right now. So
Stack them up, man. Let's go. Stack them and rack them.
Barnheimer and Gitchell have gotten close too. Yep, there you go. That's for the championship right there as well. Both championship races have tightened up, boys and girls. 5 minutes, 5.5 to go, and these guys are getting tight. The problem with the move back here is Teagan's got a car right in front of him. He really can't clear him because he can't get enough space to do it.
Really working him there is Teagan and Wheeler. Ooh. They touch. They touch.
He's
They
in
touch.
him now. He's in him now. The championship. They're spinning and winning. Nope. No, they're not. They're hitting the wall. Goodness gracious.
Caution has not come out yet. But
Well,
these guys, wow.
Now, who does that throw into it? I mean, that opens the door for somebody, doesn't it?
And that would be Wood and McNeil.
But they're not even on the lead lap.
McNeil is a back, and Wood, damn, these two back here, the 19 and the 78.
So it is still between Teagan and Wheeler.
And they're coming down to get some repairs done. There comes Wheeler down pit lane.
How about that? Now that's how you finish a race. Boys and girls.
No, Wheeler stays up. Teagan down pit lane. Bernheimer and Gitchell still fighting here as well. With just under 4 minutes left.
Time around. Yeah, Gitchell's going to try to clear him. He pulls up. I don't know if he's got his nose far enough out. He doesn't. Now he does. Woo! No, sir. He's going to fight.
Look like almost 3 wide with a Whiskey River coming into this.
Well, Klingbeil's been the fastest all day, so it's not surprising that he's there, but is this going to allow Nathan Manwaring to come into the championship?
Oh, look at the 48 getting close. We just saw contact with the top 2 trucks.
Down underneath again.
3 minutes to go.
I mean, they're hanging it all out right now. You run that much side by side at Indy. That's pretty impressive. He is diving. See, the thing is Bernheimer is just diving as hard as he can from the top layer and just holding on for dear life as long as he stays off that
little
wall.
contact there.
Go.
And the Whiskey River's looking for a way to get around both of these guys.
Here comes Manwaring. You can see him now. He's close enough that they keep fighting. He's going to have a shot. Something goes wrong. He's going to be in the right place at the right time. Nathan Manwaring there. Got him this time. Cleared him coming off of the turn. Going back into turn 4, right?
83 looking to go inside as well.
Yep, gonna take a little distance. That could have been the move for the championship right there, boys and girls.
'83 down there as well. So it's still
Matthew
this
Wheeler
leader is
Yep.
Saucy.
Saucy has been just driving really well since then, but
Wheeler is just racing to keep this thing going, trying to keep it
I
on.
was gonna say. Well, he didn't roll. The other guy rolled. So
Yeah, it
that's
was
why.
Wheeler, Teagan, Wood, and McNeil. Wheeler is leading in this thing. Currently in the last car on the lead lap in 15th and 6th over with the trucks. Minute and a half left here with number 81 leading the way.
Humphrey's in the 4 truck, leading the race for the trucks, but not leading the championship. There you see Ramsdale coming around. So you guys hang tight with us. There's going to be quite a few interviews when we're all said and done. But Nathan Manwaring trying to get into this fight. I don't know if Bernheimer has anything left after that pass. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. That's pretty much a lap around this track, isn't it?
Yeah, Bernheimer into the wall again. So it's based off Saucy. Since he's in the lead, he's in control of when the flags fly.
Gotcha.
So the next time, once it goes to 0, the next time he crosses will be the checkered flag.
Fair enough. I just wanted people to know what was happening.
Yep. So 30 seconds left, and he is currently on the back stretch. It looks like he will get one more lap in.
One more lap. Yep.
We'll see as he
There
comes
you see
around turn
Ramsdale
3.
got around Humphreys. Ramsdale got around Humphreys for second overall. Joshua Saucy's coming. It's
And the
checkered
time is
flag.
over. The checkered flag flies. So
He did
did
not
not
make it
get. So
back.
that is the end here. So that's your race winner. Ramsdale next. Humphreys gets it with the trucks. Klingbeil, Gitchell. So Gitchell's going to win the season
Mitchell will win the
championship.
championship. Yep.
So Kraus sliding as he gets past
okay.
He's passed it. David Gilbert. Third place would be David Scott, and looks like Wheeler.
Wheeler will
What?
stay on the lead lap and win it all.
Yeah, and he'll get his in here. So once he crosses the line here, he'll take his season championship here. Wow, what an exciting end of a race
How
for
about
these
that?
guys.
There's Joshua driving around in 81.
Start getting
you
our
go.
stuff ready here.
Do a
So
little burning down, hopefully. There we go. Got a little burn out here.
good shot there at the top of the bricks as well.
Is he gonna kiss him? I doubt it. Somebody's in his way. Oh, Mr. Wheeler, give the man a chance to burn out. What's wrong with you? Come on, son. There you go.
So we got Bernheimer and trying to get everybody up here. So we got Saucy and Ramsdale and Klingbeil. So We got Clean Bell, Saucy. I don't see Ramsdale. I'm looking for him, trying to see if I can catch with him.
Nice. Yeah.
There he is. I see him there. Look, I got all of those guys. And then the trucks, we got Humphreys, which I have seen. James Krause. I don't see him. And David Scott. They're helping each other out now.
Oh yeah, now you can't see anything because it's all smoked up. That's good.
And our winner for that would be the 21 of Wheeler, right? So
Yep, 21 at Wheeler.
all right, so I think
Wins the championship.
I think we got everybody now. Let's go with our actual winner here, and we'll kind of
Winner,
pull
winner,
back.
chicken dinner. Okay.
Let's go with the 81 here and get a better shot of him, and then let's talk to him. An interesting event for tonight. So
Indeed.
we always got to look at a good car here. How about that?
It's a good look. I like it.
We'll pull him up. We'll take this out of here, and we'll put that there. There you go. That's Joshua
There you go.
Saucy, and we'll pull him on up. Joshua Saucy, you're in the booth with Cushy and Harold Darner from One to Go Studios. You bring it home first place for the last race of the developmental double trouble.
trouble.
See, I'm gonna mess it up because I haven't been doing it long enough. So how you doing tonight, Joshua?
Hey, not bad. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Looked very interesting with you guys out there, hanging it out there. Them right rear looked like they kept wanting to find the wall every time you guys coming off those corners.
Yeah, it was a little snappy on cold tires, but you kind of had to run it that way, or else it would really kill you in the long run if you were trying to run it off the right front. So you just kind of had to put up with it and hit your line, so you didn't catch the wall on corner exit.
So Joshua, as you ran through and the sun started to change down 3 and 4, did that affect your car at all?
I felt like the track tightened up a little bit over the course of the race with the rubber being put down and the conditions changing a little bit. So it wasn't quite as loose right off the rip as it was in the beginning of the race and in practice.
So take us through your overall race win here. You had to battle around a few trucks here and there, but your car looked pretty stout all day long. Any other things you would have changed, or were you just happy with the way? I mean, pits seemed to work out really well for you as well.
Yeah, I'm just glad the call for 2 tires worked. I know I didn't have too many tires on it, laps at the end there. And it's the only thing I could do to pull to get track position back, because I was playing the fuel mileage game with these timed races. A lot of the times they come down to fuel mileage, and I've been burned before by it. So I wanted to make sure that didn't happen again. Big shout out to Ramsdale, somehow making it stage 2. He never come in and topped off like me and a couple others did. And he was able to have enough fuel to make it. So I knew that was going to be the play no matter what, because he was going to do that strategy again. So I come down to top off, and then we had that caution, and it's like, well, I guess I got to take 2 here and try to do something to get track position back, because I knew I had a bad fast piece, but when you have a bad fast piece, it eats up a lot of fuel.
All right, Josh, for your win at the end of the season here, who are you going to thank on that car for the day?
I just want to thank everyone that shows up for the developmental series, and then let me come down and run. I'm usually a triple threat driver who stepped aside to actually do race control on Friday night. So for them to come let me run with open arms, I appreciate it. All the admins here, that they do a great job, and I want to thank you guys especially for coming on board, picking up this last race of the season. I think it's my understanding you'll be with the triple threat stuff next year, so we got a lot of good stuff in store for you. I want to just thank everyone on Dave's channel. Let me hang out in Discord so I wasn't lonely, and I hope we put on a good broadcast for you.
All right, Josh Saucy, your winner, the number 81 DuPont Chevrolet ARCA Series winner for the last race of the series for the 2021. And so, Josh, you are correct. We will be picking up the triple threat in January, so we'll be looking forward to seeing you out there.
Oh, you'll see me in the booth. I do race control on Friday nights, but
Oh, that'll work too.
I'll love to watch the broadcast. I know you guys do good work, so I'm looking forward to it.
All right,
Yeah, and
Joshua.
Harold won't sound like he's in an alien.
Oh,
ship
come
either,
on,
okay?
man.
So don't
It
worry about
adds
it.
character. I've told you.
Grief all night. All night.
All right, Joshua Saucy, number 1 tonight.
Thanks, man.
Let's go to our number 2, Jeffrey Ramsdale. We'll try to catch up with him. Go through the ARCA cars. We'll go back to the trucks, and then we'll go over to the season winners. All
Sounds
right,
good.
Mr. Ramsdale, the number 97. You got to tell us about this paint scheme. We see all kinds of stuff all over this car.
Yeah.
Well, this is the Jeff Gordon 200-year paint scheme that he ran for NASCAR, and I'm a Jeff Gordon fan, so
Okay.
that's a pretty cool one.
All right.
All right. We can accept that, right, Harold?
Yeah, look. I mean, I said it just looked kind of weird to me, but I knew it was kind of different. We kind of like to come in here. We haven't pulled any races with you guys, and kind of like the throwback look. It's funny because one of our main leagues that we run just got done with running throwback week. So it's like, did these guys do something or heard something about what we just got done? But you guys still put on a good show tonight. The 97 finds yourself in number 2 at the end of the night.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be up here, but the way the cautions fell and fuel mileage worked out pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the big things was looked like strategy on pit lane got you where you needed to be. And I'll be honest, Jeffrey, you ran up there the whole time, so pretty impressed with how you did. Is there anything you could have changed to maybe get to Saucy and take him over, or were you just you were running where you were going to be running and that was it?
I was running where I was running. Southsea, he's a top-notch racer, and if I can see him in my front windshield, it's a win. But he's exceptionally good. I've only been on here for about a year, so it's not that long. But it's getting getting used to it.
Big track to be doing that. So shout out to you there. And you have anybody that you want to call out to? I mean, you get a chance here to talk about your sponsors or anything like that.
Yeah, I got to thank my girlfriend. I got to thank Patrick, Dave, Jonathan, Richard, my whole crew with JR Motorsports this year. We kind of felt we'll take a second and had a little bit of bad luck on Friday nights, but looking to turn it around. This is a step in the right direction.
Sweet.
All right. So, Jeff, before we let you go, you know, thank anybody on that car before we let you run?
Well, I just got to thank Jeff Gordon for doing all his good stuff back in the heyday.
There you go.
That's what can't go wrong with that. So, Jeff Ramsdale, number 97, bringing home second place tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, man.
All right, looks like the third place, William Klingbeil, has logged off. I can't find him. So we'll jump over to our race winner in the truck series at number 4 of Jonathan Humphrey. Let me pull him up. Jonathan Humphrey, you're in the booth with Harold Arner and Cushy for the One to Go Studios. I like this back row racing car here. Looks almost like unsponsored. It's all black instead of all white. I like it.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's my team that I run for, Back Row Sim Racing. I like to keep it simple and just show off our team name.
All right, looking good.
Yeah, it is looking good. So you found your way to the lead. Was it pit strategy that got you there? Was it just you just worked it out as you went along? But once you got up there, Jonathan, you kind of stayed there. So take us through your race tonight.
Sure, yeah. I did a little pit strategy on the end of stage 2. I took 2 tires to gain a little track position, and it got me up into second place. And knowing the difference between the trucks and the ARCA cars and the turns, I knew the track position was going to be key. And my goal was to get as close to the front as I could at going into that stage so we could stay up there.
Well, you did exactly that. So it's a great job to that. And you also came out with a 3rd overall in the truck win. So anybody on that truck or anybody you want to shout out to or give a shout to the league itself, or what do you got?
Yeah, I'll shout out everyone. We'll start with SDR. I mean, this place is unbelievable. It's awesome. I'm glad that I being able to get in here and race. I've learned a lot, and it's helped me make me better. I want to thank my teammates at Back Row Sim Racing and Taco Lover Racing, and a big shout out to my teammate Matthew Wheeler for winning the championship in the trucks.
Yeah, man.
All right, I'm going to let
All
you
right.
get back to it then, John, and enjoy that race win tonight.
Thank you.
All right, looks like the second place truck of James Kroos was not available, and looks like I did catch up with David Scott. Let's try to pull him on up in here. David Scott, you're in the booth with Harold and Cushy up in One to Go Studios booth, and we're looking at number 31 JR Motorsports truck, third place tonight. Good podium finish.
Yeah, I was real happy with it. I didn't qualify as good as I'd hoped, but I just sort of worked my way up kind of every stage, advancing a spot or two, and had a good run in the end.
That's good.
So,
strategy is a key. It seems like they were told us earlier that fuel has been a thing. And like Kelsey asked his question, once you ask, talk about that.
No. Go ahead. Good. Talk about that. That's a good thing. I want to hear about that.
It wasn't as big a deal in the trucks. I felt I was short, and then when we got that caution in the last stage, it was an easy decision to go in and add a splash to it and make sure I had enough for the end.
So you kept your truck clean for the most part, got away from the championship dive bomb in the backstretch. What was your strategy throughout the entire race? I mean, you finished third in the trucks overall. So what was your plan from drop of green through?
I didn't want to go hard in the beginning. I kind of wanted to feel out the track, and so I kind of took the slow and steady pace and tried to advance a position here and a position there as I could, and kind of work my way through the cars versus keeping up with the trucks. And next thing I know, I'm in third and having a good race.
There you go. No better way to do it than that. So you got anybody you want to shout out to there, Dave?
Hey, always a big shout out to my friends and of course my family who supports me doing this crazy stuff, and all the guys at Gas and Go who help me on a daily basis to be a better driver.
Sweet.
All
Have
right.
you got anything else for him?
No, David Scott, number third place finisher tonight in the truck series. Good job to you, David, and good luck to you next season.
All right, great. Happy holidays to everyone. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
All right, now let's go with our season overall winners. And we have that'd be Mr. Gitchell in the 48. So grab him in here. Michael Gitchell, you're up here with Harold Arner and Cushy with One to Go Studios. Looks like you got yourself an overall season trophy with your finish here at Indianapolis.
It's been a good season.
Take us through your race a little bit there. You got in the middle, you got in the front, you got in the middle, and then you had to kind of get around Kevin there towards the end. Time running out, you made the move. So just run us through your race today.
And really, it was trying to stay in front of Nathan because he seemed to be right on me, the entire race. I just couldn't shake him, and then just the couple of problems that I know Dave had some pit issues, and Kevin kept trying to push the turn 2 wall out. I felt that one Friday night. Anyways, but I think that's kind of what did Kevin in there. But I mean, that last couple of minutes there, he hung that thing out pretty good on the outside.
Yeah, he was certainly putting it out there. Harold wanted him to hit the turn 2 wall, maybe one or two more times.
Well, I do.
Harold.
I do Indy racing. I'm an open wheel guy for iRacing, and that wall just needs to go out about another 2 to 3 inches, I think, and it'll be perfect. So you guys were helping out with it. I just kept
see that. Yeah.
About a couple more inches, all I need, and I'll be good.
And I actually, I was surprised. I mean, me and Kevin are in the same Discord here, and we're basically laughing the whole time we're running side by side, and we came off at 2 and touched each other, and they're like, "Wait, we've been running this whole time side by side. That's the first time we touched. What's going on here?"
Yeah, it was looking pretty good there. We watched quite a few times you guys getting that close, and we're like, man, we were asking if one of you guys were asking for the Grey Poupon. I don't understand, how close you guys were. It's an old joke. If you're
not that time around.
It's an older joke. It's an old commercial. You pull up the guy at a stoplight. Excuse me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon? But it's all right.
Right.
I'm old enough to remember that.
So,
Well, you got anybody want to shout out to there, Michael? Now that you're the champion, who do you got a shout out for?
Definitely Dave and the rest of the admins for putting the series on. The sponsor on the car, GMS 3D is my own company. Mike's Weather or Drunk Donkey, Mike's Weather page. He's a buddy of mine. Fred's Fab and Fold, also a buddy of mine. Run their logos just because I've known him for decades. On the hood, it's a memorial logo for a racing icon in the RC world for me, Todd Putnam. I'm just glad I put his logo on here after he passed away, and I'm glad to be able to put the championship in with his logo on the car.
That's awesome.
all right, Michael Gitchell, your season winner for the ARCA class for the. Oh man, I messed it up again.
That's all right.
The Double Trouble Developmental Series. It's like a tongue twister for the In2being LLC group. Thanks, Mike, for coming up.
Thank you, guys. Looking forward to having you guys broadcasting the Friday night show next season.
We look forward to it.
Talk to you guys later. And now we're going to give the heyday here to Mr. Matthew Wheeler. We'll talk to him about, what it takes to win a championship, because it was pretty scary. Matthew Wheeler, you're in the booth with Harold and Cushy, and you got to tell us about, survival mode for the championship.
Yeah. That was basically the key to tonight, was just surviving. Up until that last couple of laps when me and Tegan kind of got tied up, it was that's it. Survival. I mean, keeping the tires, from under you basically, and watching the fuel was basically. I had a good little team around me, kind of helping me out.
Yeah, we saw that when you guys were together. It was okay. These guys are going for it, and then we saw the car turn and basically, like he was like a hood ornament. It looked like at one time.
Yeah, it felt like it. I said, "Dang, I didn't know these things could flip." Golly.
Yeah, well, it's funny. You guys came around there, and I'm thinking, this isn't going to be good. This is not going to be. And sure enough, it wasn't good. So besides that, once all of that chaos had ensued, I mean, basically, you stayed out and just tried to stay on that lead lap, because if you'd have dropped below the lead lap, you'd have all been one lap down, and then that would have made for an even more interesting time. But kind of take us through. I mean, for the most part, you were up front. In the truck series pretty much most of the day. How was your truck? What did it do as it went through the rest of the race? Did you find yourself tightening up, or was it just a matter of the way the strategy started to wear out at the end?
Honestly, the truck felt great. I mean, every stage, every race, I'd come into the pits and you could tell that tires had worn a little bit, but it didn't get too tight, didn't get too loose. It felt great to me the whole race. I don't know. It's never felt like that for that long before, but it felt wonderful.
That's good to hear. We thought that maybe because of the way 3 and 4 were heating up, the sun beating down on it might have changed it. But we've talked to a couple other guys, and they really said it didn't tighten them up too much, maybe just a little bit. But for the most part, the car stayed pretty even all the way around. So that's cool. Love your paint scheme there with your Taco Lover Racing. I saw another one with that same design on it, Mr. Taco Gortman. But shout out. Who you got a shout out for?
Oh, well, I didn't shout out my wife last time I won a race.
Well, you better do that.
I'm gonna shout out my wife, Carmen, and my son and my children, and them putting up with me doing this. But I also wanted to give Team Taco and Back Row Sim Racing a shout out. And without their help tonight, I probably wouldn't have been where I'm at now. They gave me a lot of good advice tonight, so it was great.
Did they tell you how to put that bark down to 21 like that? I mean, I'm just wondering. And were you all like trying to hand something out the window? Is that what happened?
I think it must have. He must have been trying to pass me a note or something.
Yeah.
But
that's all we could assume that was what was happening. So Harold and I were kind of like, what are they doing?
Yeah, I'm not scared when we come around corners side by side to kind of keep it close, and I guess Tegan's not either.
Apparently not. Apparently not. Well, congratulations on your championship.
Yeah,
Harold,
thank
you got anything else for him?
Nah, it was a good finish for you guys. You bring home the season championship, which is always good, and you get to look forward to next year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, that's
Thanks,
Matthew Wheeler. We'll let him get back to the group. We'll go over some of these other things here. I'm going to put us up in the air. I love the shot from Indianapolis Motor Speedway here, looking down the front stretch at the pylon, the infamous pylon here with the top 33 drivers there. Leader of the race for the Double Trouble Championship race was Joshua Saucy. We had 3 cautions for 11 laps. 2 of those were actually stage breaks, and then the number of racers was 23. Fastest laps was 52.858 with Joshua McKinney. And that was brought to you by McConey Setup Shop, LLC. And we'll go over the results really quick here. Let's go by the classes. So, all right, let's make that happen here. There we go.
There we go.
So in the truck series, we had Jonathan Humphreys was your race winner. Cruz.
I'd say Kraus probably.
Kraus, okay. James Kraus was second. They'll have to let us know. We'll have to have him tell us.
will.
David Scott was 31 in third place. Brian Crocker, Kevin Garoni, Matthew Wheeler. Thomas Teagan was lap down. Cruz Ryan was a lap down. Wood was also lap down. Mike McNeil was a lap down. Joshua McKinney was 4 laps down, and Brian McCain, not sure if he even took to the rastrack, but he did. It looks like he maybe not. Well, I'm not sure. And I'll let you go ahead and call us up on the other group here.
Oh, I get the truck boys. That'll be fine.
And I'll let you have them. Here we go.
Thank you. All right. 81.
These are actually the ARCA series, by the way. That was the trucks I called.
That's right. That was the trucks. That's right. My apologies. It's, Joshua Saucy, of course, the overall winner and the winner of the ARCA series, Jeffrey Ramsdell there again in the 97. William Klingbeil coming in the 83 and third. Michael Gitchell, your overall champion in fourth. Kevin Bernheimer behind him in fifth. Nathan Manwaring. David Gilbert, Taco Gortman, Keith Fonseca, and Patrick Anderson in 10th. And we go back to the 11th spot, and the 11th spot was Mr. Richard Crane, 7 laps down.
All right. And then just to finish up here, let's try to get with the commish.
The commish.
David Gilbert, you're up in the booth with Harold and Cushy. You put this thing together, so tell us what you thought about the developmental Double Trouble Championship race tonight.
I had a chance at winning the championship tonight, and I opted to go for fuel strategy, but then when we had that late caution, that strategy went completely out the window for myself. So I was behind the 8 ball. Everybody else was in front of me, and I could not recover from that. I had everybody covered, but then that caution came out, and it was uphill battle from there because I was behind everybody.
So what you're saying here, David, is see what had happened was I was there, but then I wasn't. I was watching it. I was figuring that's exactly what you're doing. You're trying to do a strategy because you hung out there quite a bit longer, but didn't quite work out, did it?
Yeah, it didn't work out. Hindsight's 2020. Had I known, I just would have, raced everybody, but I didn't want to get beat by fuel mileage either. So
no.
But congratulations to Michael Gitchell. He's been a pleasure to have in Discord with us, and so he earned it tonight, and so did Matthew Wheeler in the trucks. They both went out and they did what they had to do.
Well, Wheeler wanted to make it difficult in the end, so he and Teagan decided that it might be better to see just how many times it takes to flip a truck. But they did keep it interesting, that's for sure. But it seems like a great series. We look forward to calling, as we go forward. But what do you feel about moving forward? How do you feel this group is going to do in the future?
Well, we created this development series, this In2being Double Trouble series. Our main series is the Triple Threat, and this is our Double Trouble series, and it funneled drivers into our Triple Threat series. In the past, in our Triple Threat series, our main series on Friday nights, we've had drivers, that had jobs change or whatever, or, you just lose drivers throughout the season, and then we just had no place to bring in, to funnel drivers into that series. So, we had, this past season, we had, 30 plus every night,
Awesome.
so we had pretty close to a full field every single night. And, this multi-class is different. It's not like it's much harder than a normal league, where you could have 50 trucks show up and just have everybody qualify in a normal truck league, if everybody's running the same class. So,
right.
But when it's multi-class, you just can't have normal qualifying. So we have to, put a limit on how many people are in our league, but we need dedicated drivers. So having the development series just really helped funnel a lot of drivers from our development series right into our Triple Threat. Our truck champion, Matthew Wheeler, he was one of the drivers. Thomas Teagan, he was one of the drivers that filled in that came from the development series and is a full-time regular. Stephen Wood, them three are all full-time regulars that started off in our development series, and they made the transfer over to our main series, our Triple Threat series.
Excellent. I mean, I've enjoyed it. I know Harold's probably got something to ask you too, but I've enjoyed calling it. We called some Triple Threat races earlier this year, which was pretty interesting considering you got all of those cars out there. So look forward to seeing what you guys are going to do in the future, but I'll let Harold kind of jump in here and probably pick your brain a little bit too.
Oh, yeah, David, we did the first two races for your split decision Friday night. And then I believe we turned it over to turn 3, and I know you've been hitting me up on Discord, and you asked us to finish this one up for you, and then we're happy that you invited us to pick up the Triple Threat series starting the next season in about the third week of January, I believe.
Yeah, we kick off. I know we have a practice race January 21st. It's we get a preseason race to kick off our regular season the following week on the 28th, I believe.
All right, that sounds pretty good. And then, so it was good for this. And I know you were telling me before we got on the air here that you were going to put your toe into the broadcasting booth for the Sunday night series. Is that right?
Yeah, well, this series is moving to Monday nights.
Monday nights,
broadcast. Yep, and I will. Yeah. There's little changes for 2022, but I will be broadcasting this series myself. I don't claim to be any good at it. Just trying to help get the series, get some footing under it, and to really help propel it so that our main series to just be more grounded. I really like driving. I don't feel like I'm very good at broadcasting. You guys do an amazing job, by the way. And I don't think that, I'll never get to your level, and I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna ride your coattails a little bit, I guess.
All right, Dave, I started out as a driver and got a hold of somebody with Podium, and they provided me with information, and we continue to strive to be better. Ken's one of my newer voices, and pretty much he's heard my spiel 1,000 times, if not more than that. That I'm just looking for the next one broadcast to be better than the last one.
That's it.
And that's pretty much how we just do it.
There's a lot that goes into it. I had issues the first couple I tried broadcasting. I had issues with audio, and I'm one that doesn't really like to hear myself talking anyway, so I'm my own worst critic.
Yeah. Well, none of us like to hear ourselves talk, that's for sure. But some of us are really good at just talking, so that's probably why I got in. But I've been itching to do something broadcasting wise for quite a while, and when Harold said, I've got an opening, you want to try it, and it happened to be your Triple Threat series, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're telling me there's going to be 3 different ones on the track at the same time? I was a little intimidated. Now that I've done we're what, 3/4 of the way through a series on the other evenings, and it's a lot easier. Once you get 1 or 2 of them under your belt, you kind of know what to expect. And then from there, it's just loving what you're doing, you know?
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. I raced in real life, and I feel like I'm much better in real life than I am on the simulator.
Gotcha.
And so I'm hoping to continue to get better. It's much cheaper to race on the simulator than it
Oh,
was
yeah.
in real life.
I bet.
Hey, Dave, let me fill you in on a secret. There's a guy I know. His name is Jack Roush Jr. And I'm not a very good left and right racer, and I beat him. And he's a real life driver. So and he tells me it's not fair. You're cheating. It's a race. It's a simulator.
Yeah.
So I've raced guys that have actually have experience. I've raced quite a few guys. Connor Daly, Rossi, a few other guys in my open wheel times, and have been invited to big races with some of the NASCAR Cup guys. It is different. It's they tell you they don't have the seat of the pants. We actually have an advantage. The guys that have grew up doing this, we've learned how to use the feels of our hands and our eyes, and they feel more of what the race car does around them. And I said, you did it in real, and I did it when I was much younger. But yeah, I remember the difference that you feel when the car gets loose in your butt, and you don't have that in this,
No, yeah, you don't have it, and so I've been struggling. I've been doing this for a little over a year. This is our 3rd season with this league, and every race I feel like I get better at it. So that's all you can do is get better.
All right, David. Is there anything else you want to say before we close up the broadcast, and then we'll get with you guys offline?
Nope, that's all I got, man. Like I said, I just appreciate you guys helping us out this season.
All right. Dave Gilbert, commish for this group here was Split Decision Racing, and we'll talk to him next season. And hey, Cushy, man, it was a heck of a race, and timed race is a little different for us. It's a different format, as you said. We usually work in laps, but this was pretty much their developmental series, which I love developmental series. It gives guys the confidence they need to move up into the bigger divisions. It's always a great time. And as we talked about this in our other leagues, that the car count, because we talked about one of the nights we're having an issue with that, and the other nights are great racing, and then we get to a race where there's less than 20 cars, and we're like, hey, what just happened? So good job for these guys to keep trying to help get their big division full and keep the racing out there on the racetrack looking good. So you got anything else for our viewers before we cut it out?
Well, it was certainly good to see 22 cars in a developmental race, like you just said. It was a great time to watch these guys run. Love watching the trucks, and I definitely like the ARCA guys. We've seen these guys before. We've called these names before, and I really look forward to doing that, of course, in January. Other than that, no, I hope our following gets a little bigger. I hope they come out and watch us, listen to our calls. But we look forward to being a part of this. And, like I said, follow us. You've got your One to Go Studios on your Twitter, and I've got at Cushy32 on Twitter as well. You never know what award might come out next year. So, I've got the Sasquatch Award going on in another league. Hey, you never know what'll happen over here. But thanks for letting me do it, Harold. Appreciate it. And everybody else that allowed me to do it as well. Had a great time and look forward to calling more races.
All right, I'm Harold Darner, and that's Kushwa, our voice of One to Go Studios. I'm your producer, and until next time, we'll see you at the next turn.
What an exciting race brought to you by One to Go Studios. Here they come out of turn 4 to the white flag, and it's 1 to go. Thank you to all our sponsors, drivers, and viewers. We'll see you